Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz on December 5, 2020, at 11:23 p.m. Birmingham. And topic, what happens with the election this month? Everybody is getting antsy and really, just why had something happened? But first, let me tell you what may be causing this. And there's a realm beyond our eyes that we can't see. This realm is invisible, and it's called the spiritual realm. The spiritual realm has an immense impact on the physical realm, and there are personalities that operate in this realm. So angels are spiritual personalities with physical impact. Just as demonic world is invisible, the angelic world is also invisible. Those who are seeking overthrows, like Hitler, like Chavez, like Castro, and so many others, Chinese, Mao, Putin, Kim, all of these, you have to know that something is in them that's leading them to do these horrible things. And I choose to believe that they're led by the invisible realm. There's principalities of the air. It's the good and evil are fighting. And what are they fighting for? They're fighting over us. Some here choose to give in. And, when you promise them a song and a dance and a lot of money, then they'll go to any length to get that. And that's something that you'll get from the demonic realm. And but are not all angels ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation? I would think not all angels, but most angels are sent to minister to we, the redeemed. I can say that. Just remember the name. When spoken, because you know the name, remember that. You triggered the angels of heaven just because you know his name. What's that name? Jesus. Mention that name. You release the name of Jesus in faith. Now, a strong tower of angels is built around you. When you speak the name of Jesus, he is there and with many angels because you know his name. Well, those who are seeking the power and the overthrow, they're not calling Jesus. But let me give you some idea of the time where a lot of us are kind of concerned and worried about. Number one, let's go to one of the first ones in Hebrews. I say Hebrews, the Jews, the slaves for 430 years in Egypt. Moses led them out. The Pharaoh decided, after all that he had been through, all the horrible things that happened to his country, after he freed the slaves, the Jews, he decided, well, I want them back. I'm going to go get them. I mean, what else can happen? So they take off after them. And what are they, a day behind or 2 days behind them? Well, when the Jews are crossing the Red Sea, the water split, here comes the Pharaoh and his armies. Go get them. And they all take off. And they're desperately going after the Jews to recapture them and bring them back. They're hell-bent on rage and anger because of a demonic influence. But what happened? Just at the right time, not the right time when the last Jew crossed the Red Sea, but when the last carriage of the army entered into the Red Sea, then the water crashed in. Then God brought the water down on them. Then God destroyed every last one of them, just in time. Okay, let's go again. In Daniel, when Daniel prayed for deliverance in Daniel 10, chapter 10, verse 12, the angel God sent to answer Daniel's prayer was delayed by the prince of Persia. They fought, and the angel had to send for Michael, the archangel, to help defeat the prince of Persia. Now, keep in mind, Michael is the highest ranking archangel. This is battle-ready angel, guys. Never been defeated, and there's nothing alive, nothing under God's creation that can defeat him. That's the way God made him. So he's battle-ready, and he went and he defeated the prince of Persia. And then Daniel's ministering angel went on and delivered the prayer request. And he told him, he said, 21 days, the prince of Persia stopped me, and I had to get Michael to help me. But God heard your prayer, and it was delivered immediately. So just know that. Your prayer is heard the second that you speak it. So, and then let's go to John chapter 11, verse 1. Lazarus was a friend of Jesus, and he was sick. Jesus was somewhere else. He was in Judea. He'd been gone a couple of days, and then he got word that Lazarus was sick. Martha, Mary, the sister, said, please tell Jesus to come back and make him well, because he may die. Well, Jesus wanted to go somewhere else another 2 days. And his disciples said, Jesus, the Jews are really mad at you because they want you back there healing Lazarus, and you're out here. Anyway, Jesus said, look, we got 2 more days, and they went somewhere else. Excuse me. So when Jesus came back to where they were in the town that they lived in, Lazarus is dead. He's been buried for 4 days. And in Bethany, I think is a town. Bethany, I should have known, should have written it down. But when Jesus got there, Martha went to him and said, Lord, he's dead. He's buried. He's been there 4 days. He stinks, Lord. You let him die. Excuse me. And so Jesus walked up and said, show me where the tomb is. And they did. And they had a rock. He said, move the rock. And they did. And then Jesus said, Lazarus, come forth. Lazarus got up, walked out. Still had all the wrappings on him, looked like a mummy. Well, was he too late? No, he wasn't too late. He was right on time. And there are hundreds of examples like this throughout the whole Bible, that just at the right time, the prophets tell us God will answer our prayers because God has revealed them through what is to come. Remember this. What is this? Amos 3:7. God tells his prophets in advance what he's going to do so that when it comes, when it happens, you'll not be surprised because you've already been pre-warned. Guys, this is with Trump becoming our president. We heard this in 2007, but people didn't put it together until they started saying, impeach, impeach, and then Trump, and then gold related to his name. Well, they're talking about our Donald Trump. So here he is now. We've come up a time, and the people who saw this also said he would have 2 terms. He would put in 5 Supreme Court justices. And somebody asked Mark Taylor the other day, said, look, Mark, he hadn't put in but 3 judges. Mark said, well, he's still got 4 years to go. Remember, 2 terms. So several people already saw these dreams and visions of our day concerning our president, Trump. God is going to answer our prayer just at the right time. Now, this is my guess, and this is what someone else said on Sid Roth. So my guess and what they said matches, and I'm sure a lot of others do, but I'm assuming at the right time. And I'm thinking, well, they're going to give them enough rope to hang themselves, because they're getting more and more belligerent, and they're talking more and more about what they're going to do to us when Biden is sworn in. So I'm thinking, well, the only reason to wait is to let them hang themselves. So here's what I kind of wrote up. By this, I'm hearing that the parties involved with a coup upon the United States by stealing in line to put in an evil party or leader, the time will be ripe for our prayer to get answered when those who are leading the coup attempt will fall. Before of all of America will make this mistake, and the world do something that will 100% implicate themselves, so that they will tell all of us what they're doing, and that there's no way. It's being like so greedy, and you finally won that lottery and you jump up. I knew that was mine. And I had to cheat and I had to steal. I had to do everything to get it, but I got it. So the time will be right for our prayer to get answered when those who are leading the coup attempt will fall. I keep saying fall. I don't know why I say that. Well, before all of America and the people do something that will 100% implicate themselves, so that all of us will know who they are, why they do this, how long they have planned this, and all the questions that's not yet been answered by them. They're going to do this. They're going to answer their own questions, and they're going to be belligerent about it. They're going to do it before the world. They're going to implicate themselves so much. They hung themselves. They've got enough rope now. They hung themselves. Trump will be in. And when Sid Roth said, "Merry Christmas," like on December 24th, and today's the 5th, so I feel like in 19 days, there'll be enough rope for these yahoos to hang themselves. But you can bet one thing, Trump will be president. Biden will never be president. Not of this country. Jody Wolf Expoz.